Good morning and welcome to Mom, but not Ed, in the morning for July the 11th, 2023. I'm Mom. Ed is, well, I guess under the weather would be a really good description of what Ed is today because the heat is just kicking his butt. So he's just trying to take a day and chill. I think he's gone tomorrow too, but that's for personal stuff. So it's just me today. Let's see, who am I? I am Kethra apparently today. Yay! So I wound up kind of only doing a few endeavors yesterday because real life. Was working on a project with DT and Frost, and that just sucked up my entire day. So I thought maybe we'd get our endeavors done and try and hit the dance party, and maybe even get the Gamma Quadrant if we can get in there easily enough. So let's see, I've got some phaser damage in space. I've got gained some salvage. Don't know that I've got anything worth salvaging today. Let's see, salvage? Nope, not on that tune. How much salvage do I need? Oh, only 500. Somebody's got to have it. Someone must have salvage. Who usually has stuff? Who's been out a lot? Ketsa's been out a lot lately. Let's see if I haven't cleaned out the inventory lately. Sorry. The pollen count is super high today, so I've got that weird scratchy throat. It's not good. Oh. No, we're definitely not going to give that away. Gee, I don't have junk? Well, maybe I should go off and do some endeavors and then I'll get some junk. Let's take a quick look and see what Keth's got. Past few days I've had so little space in the inventory, I'm not really surprised there's nothing left here. We need a good place to sell it here. On Risa. And no, nobody's got stuff. Okay, fine. Let's go throw some things into the bank. Where am I? Oh, I'm all the way over there. That's easy enough. We'll just fly over. Good morning, Cadargo. How are you doing today? Yesterday I woke up and it was just the most amazing morning. I had the pups with me. Everybody was happy. We're all cheerful. And last night was just ever so much warmer and humid, and yeah, I can see why Ed might be just exhausted from the heat. Let's get some space going here so we can get some salvage. Let's see. Oh, I've got some space. Wow, that's not like me. Sort that stuff. Oh, there is some salvage down there. Aha! Let's see. Get those guys out, and those guys out, and those guys out, and those guys out. And let's sort this and take that. That's that, and that. Maybe we can salvage. And let's use that. I haven't started calculating where exactly I am with all the stuff in here. So it looks like I've got roughly 2,500 marks on this one. Well, not favors, excuse me. Oh, it's cool in the UK. Sweet. It's not hot for summer here. It really isn't. I mean, it's 60 degrees at the moment, which is not hot, and the days have only been in the 80s, maybe 90s, which again isn't technically hot here. But after having a great day in the 60s and 70s yesterday, it was very pleasant, and snoozing in was a breeze. All right, let's go get that stuff set up. I've got some space. And what do we need to do? Besides gaining salvage, we have destroyed Terran ships in the battle zone and phaser damage in space. Phaser damage is Kethwa. Yeah, I love it that it's my Orion, my KDF-aligned Orion, who's got the decent phasers. See if she's got anything to salvage. Oh, well, here we go. There's our salvagey stuff. Make sure there's nothing good there. And there's my 500. All right, easy peasy. And let's go off and tackle the Terrans in the battle zone. 77, that's a nice day. Yeah, it got a little bit warmer than that, but not bad. I did go out later in the afternoon to the company gardens, so we have 8 large plots. My boss says they're 4 feet by 6 feet. They're probably 10 by 20 feet each. They're big gardens, and there's 8 of them. And I planted 2 rows of beans, thinking, well, I'll plant some more so I get beans throughout the summer. Holy crud, do I have beans out there. So I'm out at the end of the day, about 3 o'clock, picking beans, and I got through 1 plant and had more than enough for an entire meal. And realized I'm going to have to go out and pick the rest of them. No, we don't need to do that. Or they're going to start going to seed, getting those big, nasty, overgrown bean pods. And that's going to take all day at the rate it was taking yesterday. And that's when I realized it was a little bit warm, so maybe 80 degrees yesterday, 85 because I was in the sun. But compared to the fact we've had 90 degrees with really high humidity lately, I'm not going to complain too much. Alright, how many of these ships do I need? 10. Pfft. Oh, and only 1 zone working. Great. Nope, I guess we're going there then. Well, at least this will flip over to, there's some over there. Just sitting there. Only need 10, might as well take these down. Okay, we're on our way over here. But I must have been distracted by picking all the beans, because next thing I know... What do you mean? Oh, there's a probe over there. Does that count? Do we care? No, we don't care. But anyway, I left everything I needed to do for home last night at the office, which is very annoying. So I'll get back there and find my groceries left there. Oh, everybody's here, of course. This will be fun. Well, at least this one will go fast. Then we can zip up to the Gamma Quadrant and see if we can get that done. Ugh. Yeah, 92% humidity. You can't even sweat. It's just... Ugh.
Watch out. Paranebular class science vessel is repulsor away from the satellite. Rise is in standby. Complete the shutdown process. Rise shutdown.
Okay, well, I think we're close to 1. Yeah, we're right there.
Head to their location to stop them.
Where are you? No, we're back there. Ah, there he is.
Bases are activating. We have 10 minutes to drive back as many as possible. Destroy
Good morning, Andy. How are you today? We're all kvetching about the weather. Okay, so I don't believe in air conditioners. Okay, I believe in air conditioners. I know what they are. They exist. That's fine. I don't like using them. My husband, when he was alive, loved them. My son adores air-conditioned air. They were both happy with cranking it up from the first day of spring on. I have turned it on? Not in this apartment ever, but in the house I would occasionally turn it on. We have them in the office, but for reasons I don't even like them there. So we compromise. We have like 6 different zones. My desk gets the most airflow, so it's usually pretty comfortable. So I'm not the receptionist, but I do sit in what would be the receptionist's desk. Okay, let's get out of here, and we'll leave that to them. They're all having fun there.
Basic shields have dropped. Focus fire on the plasma control station.
And let's go hit the Gamma Quadrant. See if we can get some of that chewed away and finish up this phaser damage.
Disable the power station that's orbiting the base.
Our scouts have found an attack element of the Zentili.
Oh, that's good.
We need to know
Snark, Gamma Quadrant. Let's find the loop wormhole there. My apartment faces east, so I get the morning sun to some extent, but whoever designed this apartment complex really paid attention to all the details. Right in front of my windows, far enough away to block the sun, but not so close that people could jump over to my balcony, is a couple of really large trees. So I don't get a lot of intense sun first thing in the morning, and by the time I get home from work, it's shady because it's on the other side of the building. And it's that way on all of these buildings. There's no balcony that's exposed to direct sunlight for more than a little bit. Very pleasant. Alright, so, where do I want to be? Let's pull that back. Everything's open? Is this resetting or something? If I remember right, it's green, blue, red. Is that the order? Okay. Yeah, we'll just stop here and wait to see what happens. Hopefully somebody else will be out there trying to do this as well. Wow. That's amazing. Maybe this would be a good day for doing this. We're trying to put together a calendar of all the Universal events. I know other fleets have done that, which is great. And that way we can give you a predictive calendar of we think this is what's coming up this week. Or this month, because a lot of times people are kind of blindsided because they think they don't know what the event coming up is, and so they start spending dilithium not realizing that we're probably going to have something that sucks up dilithium really, really soon. Like we have a dilithium weekend, and 2 weeks later is some sort of dilithium spend, upgrade weekends, things like that. So we're trying to put it together so we can figure it out, and then everybody will know what's going on. Oh, he took my things. How dare you? I'll go take these then. He got this. Fine, I will take this one then. It's all mine now. Don't even think about it.
For a limited time,
I hope I did I not get those? Okay, where'd they go? They're there. Okay, I found them. Hive ship, where are you? Oh, there's the hive ship. There he is. There's my cocoon. That's number 5. Off for some more. There we go, another asteroid. Let's pick these up. Come, you are mine. Thank you. Nope, not yet. Now they're mine. Down to 3%. I'm not even going to make it in time to shoot the heck out of it. Well, hey! Well, that was easy. That's one down. Red's right north of us. Wow. That's amazing. Guess I'm not the only one who needs to get Gamma Quadrant done.
dreadnought is being protected by circling. Be advised.
On this particular one, I really like it because more often than not, the briefing is longer than the actual battle. But if you ever need to do Herc swarmers, whatever they're called. No, not attendants, swarmers, yeah. This is the one to go to. Oh, Mom Hydration, great. Give me just a moment here to shoot some things down, and we will see what our options are for Mom Hydration. Good morning, Mr. Dave. So, to iterate, Ed is literally under the weather. It's just hot, and he's not feeling good. I, on the other hand, am feeling peach keen, hunky-dory, all that good stuff, but I'm not going to be on tonight because I'm trying to get a bit of work done on a project for Frost, and in theory it shouldn't take long. In reality, it takes forever. I'm editing something for him, and to go back, he's got all the information in there, but to pull it back into a cohesive form is time-consuming. How are we doing on blue? Oh, good. Blue should be easy peasy. Okay, so the Mom Hydrations we've got is the last of the Cuff'em. That's my coffee, provided to you by Gun Barrel Coffees in Batavia, Illinois, where a portion of all the proceeds from the coffee sales goes to supporting local first responders and K9 units. So that's choice 1. Choice 2 is Peach Pear LaCroix bubbly water. Option 3 is just about empty, so we won't put that in the options, which is Beach Plum, which is a weird fruit, kind of tasty. So I think we'll start with the Cuff'em. Thank you, Andy. And I have to drive back to Chicago. I don't think they shipped that out. I'm going to have to find out, because the thought of driving back 4 hours in summer traffic to Chicago just to get really good, well, it is really good coffee. Boy, that one's tough. Do I drive back for coffee, or do I call them up and see if they'll ship it to me?
Long range sensor.
Oh, this one. Okay, no problems.
Long range sensor.
So anyway, Cuff'em is a lovely, very dark roast, but not as heavy as an espresso roast. A bit of fruity overtones, caramel, so that slightly burned sugar flavor in it, but no chocolate. It doesn't have that richness. It's really nice first thing in the morning coffee. Chocolatey coffees I like for the afternoon or the evening. Oh, well, let's go over here. Really.
Target's shields have failed.
And of course, I put the beach plum right in the line of sight for all of my toys. Bright light. Good, friendly couple of bright lights. So tonight's show, as I was saying, is going to be hosted by Frost. Last night was DT. I will be back tomorrow night. I won't have my project done, but at least I hope to have put enough of a dent in it that I'm not in panic mode. And then I can get back to working on my costumes. There's a lot going on this month. And while I should be spending all of my time playing on Risa, sometimes the real world interferes. So we were talking about this yesterday. Have you noticed how rarely does the game use 3 dimensions for lines of attack from the opponents? They tend to be on the same plane all the time. I realize it's the way we humans think. But I think it might be a much more challenging game if they were to start really making the attacks 3-dimensional rather than on a plane. Give you something to work for. Since we always are commenting that it does tend to get easy, so ramping everything up to elite makes it more challenging.
An orbital habitat is badly damaged.
Oops, that's mine. Sorry. Sorry, guys. I'll be over there. On my way.
A hurt capital ship has joined the fight. Destroy it.
Yeah, I better protect my base. Thank you, dude, who's coming in to help out. And apparently is Rick's 4. Oh, I am losing my voice. Maybe I'm getting sick. Maybe it's not the pollen and allergies. Maybe I need to take a day off. Yes, I'm getting lured away from my base. That's the problem.
We only have a minute left.
Excuse me. Puppies! So I came home yesterday, middle of the afternoon, and even as I'm driving up, I can hear my dogs barking frantically, and I'm thinking, they cannot possibly know that I'm here. Once my car gets put in its little place and I lock the door, it's got this distinctive chirp, then I could understand that they know I'm home and would start barking. But nope, they're going nuts. So it turns out the workmen are in the building where they can see them going in and out. And workmen! Must bark at workmen. Yay! We're all done, yay!
The hurt waves have stopped.
Yay! Depart system, we didn't lose the base, yay! Hi guys. Thank you for protecting me. I know you're good puppies. Yay, that's done. What are we at? 6:25. I think we need to go back to Risa. So one set of endeavors done. Yay! We'll do the dance party, and after the dance party, we'll see if we can set up that second set of endeavors. And just for doing such a good job, we'll let her do the dance party. Hey, just to remind everybody, yesterday was Nick O'Connor's birthday, so if you know Nick, wish him a happy. And we're trying to plot out whether or not we're going to be able to do some conventions this year, which is the game plan. Let's see, where am I going? Oh, that way, there we go. I'm setting up a second game or second tune over here on a different account, so we can do 2 dance parties at once. Which, of course, you can't see the second one. But it's Grunty and the Shiny Boys on the other one. If anybody knows the reference, Grunty and the Shiny Boys, good for you. It's a little obtuse. And let me get Twitch running on my phone so I can follow everybody. There we go. Now I can watch chat if anything happens. While we're dancing our little hearts out. So I think Ed is off tomorrow. I think he's got real life stuff. When he's back, we're going to go back and do another one of the ground builds. He's got 3 that are specific to careers and the universal that we did last week. So if you are working on your ground builds and you want to jump in and join us, yay. You're always welcome. Ooh, don't you love this stereo? I don't know if you're getting this, but the 2 Sovecs are slightly out of sync, so it's this weird little stereo effect. I don't know if it comes across that way. Yeah, echo, 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 right. So when I'm running the 2 different games, or 2 different tunes for the dance party, fortunately they get desynced enough that there's always something going on with one of the 2 dancers. Ed runs it on 3, and so you can tell when we go to the dance party, all of a sudden it gets really, really quiet. So how can you tell this game was designed by men? For the most part. Because the shoes are really unoriginal. Meh. Meh shoes. They're all variations on the same sandal, the same high heel, or the same boot. With very few exceptions. Yeah, there are people who say, well, you know, women can be very full-figured, shall we say? But, you know, that's up to you. But shoe design, no. I think the definitive fact is that the shoe design is blah. I have these shoes. These are like my $4 Walmart special sandals. Which I can't wear at work because, you know, steel toe and all that good stuff. I work upstairs. I don't have to have the steel-toed boots for the little bit of downstairs I get to. But if I had to be downstairs for more than just going down to follow up with somebody, it would be steel toes. But the funny thing is they now have feminine steel-toed shoes, like gym shoes with steel toes. And cute little pink boots and things like that. And yeah, I have to wonder how good a gym shoe is with steel toe versus a nice heavy-duty leather boot. I mean, I've got my steel-toe boots, which are industrial. But gym shoes? And for those of you not in the States, OSHA, the Office of Safety and Health Administration, sets rules for what equipment you have to wear when you are in areas where you could be at danger, you know, whether that be respirators for the welders, long pants, long sleeves, glasses, steel-toed boots. And steel-toed boots is pretty common any place. There's a potential for a drop risk on a regular basis. I mean, there's always a drop risk. I could drop a CRT on my foot. But that's not normal.
Do the running man.
Well, are we going to... Oh, there we go. Finally. We did not want to dance there. But it still counted the first one. Go figure. And technically, I should have to put on safety goggles and steel-toed boots every time I go downstairs, but that's actually a little silly.
Do the sidestep. Do the leg kick.
So Mom's tour to U.S. for 2024 is in the planning steps. Got people in Florida,
Just
East
dance.
Coast,
Do the
Northern
robot.
Midwest, the Midwest. Mr. Dave out in the Southwest, Mr. DT out in the Southwest. Got Alpha Tango out in Vegas, so I'm slowly planning this maybe 2-week tour with me and the doggos, just traveling out to visit everybody. No, I'm not going to stay at your houses, because somebody was doing, oh, my apartment's small. I'm like, dude, I'm just going to come out there. We're going to have coffee. Don't worry.
Just dance.
I'm not going to move into people's homes. But it'd be fun to see how many people I can meet over the course of 2 weeks.
Do the sidestep.
It will not, however, be during
Dance
Risa.
club style.
Who knows, maybe we cap it off by hitting the Vegas convention for 2 days. Until Vegas becomes the official convention,
Do
I
the snake.
don't think we're going to do it again as a convention site. It's the people who run it, which is Creation Entertainment,
Do the snake.
charge a lot of money. I mean, a lot of money. And since we don't sell anything, we don't make any money.
Do the leg kick. Do the snake.
So we will plan accordingly. Now, of course, if our next Star Trek book does well, and we start making more than the $4 a month we're currently making off of our book sales, maybe we can fund something or more events, and maybe I can retire. Ooh, wouldn't that be cool? Retire, dedicate my life to Star Trek Online.
Do the sidestep.
The doggos would be happy.
Do the snake. Wave your hands. Do the sidestep.
So you think we're going to get a choo-choo this time around?
Do the robot. Raise the roof. Raise the roof.
Ooh, raise the roof on both of them. So one thing that bugs me about the dance party is some of the vacationers have costumes that we can't get, and I like those
Wave your
costumes.
hands. Do the leg kick. Do the snake. Do the running man.
And then some of the vacationers are just like in board shorts, not very interesting.
Wave your hands. Do the running man. Do the sidestep. Do the sidestep. Do the snake.
So
Do the robot.
we were at the Vegas convention, I want to say it was 4 years ago. No, 4 years ago? Yeah, 4 years ago. And just for fun, this is pre-COVID, this was during Risa, we decided to actually do the dance party.
Just dance.
Physically get up there and do the dance party, which is 15 minutes. Holy crud, is that a workout?
Do the snake. Just dance.
So I was thinking, I'm going to demo record a couple of these, put them in, and come up with a workout routine
Dance
for
club
myself.
style.
The
Just
Star Trek
dance.
Online dance party. fitness program, weight loss program, whatever it is. Eat only food from Star Trek Online. Do these exercise routines. See what happens.
Wave your hands.
I think they had a early morning yoga session and an
Do the
early morning
snake.
exercise session at Vegas one year, led by, maybe it was Mary Chaffo? Somebody from Voyager came out and led this.
Dance club style.
And DT and I were both looking at each other going, yeah, no, not getting up
Raise the roof.
earlier than we already are. Yes, it must have been 4 years ago. Because after that, Frost started joining us.
Dance club style.
We are staying at the Rio this year. And we're just going out there to goof off and have fun. So if
Just
anybody's
dance.
going, let us know. We'll meet up, whether it's just for a coffee or to walk around or chit-chat. No worries. We're only there 2 days,
Do the
Friday and
snake.
Saturday. I'm working Thursday, flying out after work. That's going to be really fun. Hey, got a choo-choo, woo! But that's on the other account. But I'll still take the choo-choo. Choo-choo for Grunty, yeah!
Raise the roof.
Hang on a second, Mr. Dave.
Do the leg kick.
Are you going to hit the pool while at the Rio? I'll take a swimming suit. How's
The
that?
robot.
Every time
Dance club style.
every time that we're there, I take my swimming suit with, and even though we're usually staying in a apartment,
Do the sidestep.
we get out to the Rio at 7 in the morning, 8 in the morning, whenever they let us get in. Then we do setup. We work
Do
until
the
they close
leg
at
kick.
6, run out, take everything down, run out, get back to the apartment, change clothes, go get food, back to the hotel, and we
Do
never
the
do anything that
robot.
isn't convention stuff. This year, we're just humans. I could actually go do something. That could be fun.
Do the leg kick.
The Rio isn't my favorite place. I've been there enough times that it was fairly
Just
old and
dance.
dingy, and I know they just did a whole renovation. But the biggest issue is they have limited
Do the leg kick.
elevators. So, when the convention gets out and all 6,000 of you are trying to get up to your rooms at the same time, it's challenging.
Wave your hands. Just dance.
But maybe I will find a moment to get out there and hit the pool after we're done for the day.
Man.
Hey, fragrance free.
Do the robot.
I rented a 1,600 square foot suite at the Rio overlooking the strip for STLV. Yes, and we intend to come find you and say hi.
Wave your hands.
We had talked about doing that one year. Instead of doing a booth, doing a hospitality suite. And I was thinking, oh, it's so expensive. And then when we actually looked at the numbers, we realized it wasn't that expensive. Because a booth with power electronics, internet, all that
Running
stuff
Man.
takes us into the $10,000 range. Mr. Dave says I prefer the Rio over Bally's 100%.
Do the side
I don't stay
step.
at Bally's usually, but last year, Nick was staying there and invited us back to his room so we could talk about some stuff. And I'm thinking, it is a generic hotel room at best without much of a view. Another choo-choo, double choo-choo. So Grunty has gotten 200 favors just for choo-chooing.
Do the running man.
Admittedly, most of the hotel rooms are very generic
Just dance.
hotel rooms in all of Vegas. There's nothing that's that good or that interesting. Okay, we are done with the dance parties on both sides. Yay! So we're going to close out this tune, which, if I did that right, should make Grunty appear. So now you see Grunty. Hi, Ed. How are things this morning? Things are fine. Let me turn off my phone now. Let's find a tune who can actually do something here, because we didn't do endeavors yesterday to speak of. So the Rio used to have private suites in, like private villas that are near the convention center, and ungodly expensive, but actually kind of nice. And I don't know if they don't rent them out anymore, if those are privately owned or what. So what have we got? We've got AP damage on the ground, defeat captains on the ground, only 2, and Zenkethi ships in space. Let's do those Zenkethis first. Let's see, Zenkethi ships, Scylla and Charybdis. Actually, let's reacquire that for reasons. And that is New Frontiers? Yes, there we go.
Imperial intelligence.
Off to Scylla and Charybdis. It's a pleasant morning today. Ed is toasty warm over in Germany to the extent that he isn't on because he just isn't feeling well from the heat and the lack of sleep.
The Zenkethi fleet is in your sector. Though their current
So we have 30 Zenkethi ships in space. I love the definition Zenkethi ships in space as opposed to what? Yeah, we guys are having all this extreme heat down there. And protomatter torpedoes count as Zenkethi ships. Don't you love them? Biggest problem I have is keeping my pets from chewing everything up before I can get the protomatter torpedoes. Of course, Pew Pew. Pew Pew in the morning. That should be the new name for the show. Back to work, Andy. You too have a great day. We will talk to you later. Did I miss one? No. Okay, there we go. Thank you. Have a great day. Yeah, I'm going to finish up with this delegate gamma quadrant and head off to work for an exciting day of I have no idea.
Captain Kumarte. We're all
Oh
out.
yes, analyzing expenses. Hey Wolfie, good morning, dear. I beamed into a dance party only to find Wolfie there. But Wolfie, you know those baseballs that they've got that you can buy from with your Lalanaut favors? You can throw them at people. And it doesn't have to be just the snowy weather to throw them at people.
We'll handle the torpedoes while you stop the Zenkethi.
So much as I enjoy my accounting job, I decided that, you know, what the heck, my company allows us to go back to school on their dime. So I decided to, if everything works out, start working on a bachelor's in cybersecurity just to add something to the work that I do because it gets boring. Yeah, we're all getting baseballs, Wolfie. Beware. Let's get those torpedoes out of the way.
You deal with the Zenkethi. I'll cover planetary defense.
I mean, accounting's fun, but we have 2 people who do accounting.
So,
And it does get boring after a while, and we only have one person doing all of our IT cybersecurity, CMMC stuff. So, you know, it'll be fun. Give me something else to do.
you made it.
Glad you could make it.
The time for battle is upon us. Fight well, and with honor.
Let's see if I can get the remaining 16 I need over here.
They're launching protomatter torpedoes.
Let's go get them. Boys, go shoot them up. I'll get the torpedoes.
Lead the torpedoes to us. Keep those Zenkethi ships off of us.
I love my little pets. They do all the dirty work for me, and I can just sit around and have fun. Except when I don't want them to. They tend to do oh, just don't worry, Mom. We'll take care of shooting everything here. No, no, guys, I don't want you. No, they're all dead. It's the butcher, the baker, the candlestick maker. All right, let's get out of here. What do we have left? We have AP damage on the ground. All right, Gorney, have you got something that's AP-ish?
Alliance forces, this is Commander Cyrus Minute on DS9. That assault
I
hit us
do.
pretty hard.
Where should we do our captains? We could go start home. That's pretty easy. Let's see if we can go jump into home. Oh, perfect. We're in the right spot for it, too. Let's do that. We're going to have to get out of here. We're going to have to get out of here. It looks like all the heat has decided to centralize itself in the middle of Europe at the moment. And Texas. So that band right around the equator, what would that be, from Tropic of Capricorn to Tropic of Cancer? We're a little on the cool side, but nothing out of bounds. Technically, they're saying that it's warmer than average, but I think that's because our spring was so warm compared to what we're getting right now. It's like we get winter, and then we kind of get this gentle curve of spring to summer and back down to fall. Oh, I need AP damage. Okay. This is going to vaporize everything, but I guess I'll do AP damage instead. Then I'll go vaporize everything. So Wolfie says, "It is a good morning indeed. I froze my butt off getting out of bed this morning. This is the coldest winter we've had in a long time. Snow fell all the way up into name of place, Johannesburg. It's been a long time since Joburg saw snow like that, and I'm feeling it. Just glad I'm not living in areas that had temps of -5 this morning, bearing in mind -5 in year terms is not -5 in our terms. And I got to work on waging war with the black mold that isn't paying rent in the bathroom. Bleach is currently processing their eviction. Yesterday I spent getting my tools together and preparing the room." Yeah, that's one of the things that's making me hesitate about buying a new house, is the need to do all of that on my own, all of that maintenance and cleaning and stuff. And let's be honest, I am not a spring chicken anymore. Do I really want to take that all on? Versus a condo or townhome where somebody else is responsible, but I pay them. Oh, I guess we're all done with that. What time do we have? 6:50. Yeah, the biggest issue I've got fragrance-free. Everybody cross your fingers, my house will go to closing on Friday, so I will have sold my old house. But I'm still having to maintain it from 200 miles away and mowing the lawn long distance. My brother-in-law lives next door, and I know he's been helping out. Thank goodness we've had the heat up there, because it's kept the lawn from growing. Let's see. Where are we at here? Oh, well, we're definitely not going to worry about that right now. Let's see if there's a different sector running. That one? Let's see if that one's running. But trying to care for a house long distance is all but impossible. So if the house closes on Friday, as is the plan, I have to get the lawn mowed on Thursday. So I have to find somebody to go out and mow it on Thursday, pay them to do it. If I had my own house, I'd have to find somebody to mow the lawn on a day, pay them to do it, or do it myself. Not something I'm looking forward to. Can't have a small yard because I have large dog and small dog, and they need room to run. That's why I want that. A townhome and a condo both would take care of lawn maintenance, but you get these little 6x6 backyards that they call lawns. So the compromise so far is renting a house, but renting a house is almost double the price of buying one. So I might pay $1,000 a month in a mortgage, $2,000 a month to rent, maybe more. And how good the maintenance is totally depends on the landlord. My son is renting a house. The landlord doesn't do any maintenance, so he still has to mow the lawn. But they have a little 6x6 backyard, so mowing the lawn is pleasant activity. Takes half an hour at most, and there's another person living there with him, so they alternate who mows the lawn. Well, I guess I'll go back to Risa. I can finish this one up later. Who's back on Risa? Okay, I haven't vacuumed the apartment in a long time, mostly because it's still all filled with moving boxes. I haven't emptied the moving boxes because, well, Risa. Risa takes up all of my time right now. And Vegas and the Frosty project. What time? I have 14 minutes for a Horgon hunt. Well, I think I'll do one, maybe two.
Welcome to Risa.
Let's see where we are. Oh, we're there. We're there. Let's go up and start over here. Hold on, am I near there? I'm near there. Let's go do that one first. But yeah, after moving all the stuff out of the one house in a 2-week time frame, and there's a huge amount of work that had to be done with that. That was exhausting, but okay, so reasonably in condition to do that. Getting everything moved here to Indy, moving it out of the storage unit, and being told the day after I moved in that I had 3 days to get it done. That was an adventure that we do not want to repeat, only to find out that they had no idea why anybody had called me and told me I had to be out of it in 1 week, because I was supposed to have 2 weeks, let alone only 3 days. I am indeed active, yes. I'm not going to argue that. And in theory, once Vegas is done, once Risa is done, I'll go back and start my martial arts again. It's been a long time since I've had a chance to beat up people. I'm going to have to relearn it. I took off the 2 years of COVID because we couldn't meet. And for anyone who says it's easy to do heavy-duty activities while wearing a mask, they are incorrect. If it's a good mask, you really have problems breathing with the, extremely high levels of exertion. It's fine for biking and stuff like that, where you get the rhythm and you can take off your mask for a while. But martial arts is up front, face-to-face. It's an intimate sport, shall we say. Yeah, Mark Hockman says, if it's easy to breathe, the mask isn't working. That's kind of it. So our main welder, awesome welder, has special respirators with different air systems depending on what he's using. So when he's gasping for air, we know that things are not doing well down there. Oops, wrong place. Should be back here. That one. Oh, that was 10. Easy peasy. Let me turn those in. Where are we? 6:55. Do we have time for one more Horgon hunt? Yes. One more, and then I'm going to have to go walk the Heltrons. We're both sleeping. They've been enjoying this cooler weather too. They were super, agitated yesterday, barking at everything. I'm working on the project. They are not letting me work on the project. Constantly going, Mom, 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 Mom. What? There's stuff, Mom. There's stuff out there. We have to go bark at things. Oh my God. Can you just be quiet for a little bit? No! So I got very little work done yesterday, courtesy of the dogs. Which one are we doing this time? Oh, good. Let's see if we can do that. We're doing that one. Okay. Yes, there are 2 different maps, if you didn't know that, for Risa. Should be one right about here. Too far away. Still too far? Come on. Okay, we're talking about where the trees block these sometimes. There it is. And I've noticed some of the old trees have huge amounts of space that they occupy. And yes, they are the older ones. Can you believe we are already in July? Yeah, it's terrifying, Mr. Dave. I've got work to be done. And it's not getting done. Wolfie, I totally get that. When DT had to start working on... There it is. Cleaning up his place after his mom passed away. It took him a year to kind of get the activities up and running, and I think he got the kick in the butt that he kind of needed just because I came out to visit him. And, having somebody else there just motivates you to get started helps. Like, I could probably justify never opening any of these boxes that are here other than I kind of need to find my wedding ring. But everything else I can live without. No, I'm not sentimental. I want to sell the darn thing. Hey, Mr. Dave, when you're emotionally ready for it, I will be happy to come over. I think we all need time to kind of process these losses. That's why it was a year for DT to start it. If I didn't need to sell the house because of the market being probably at the highest it's going to be in my lifetime, I would still be there. In fact, I might have even moved back there, but the market was starting to cool down, and if I was going to get any money for the house, I needed to get out of it ASAP, because the best time to sell the house is when people are willing to move. Let's see, what do I have? I have 8 minutes, but I'm going to do this one, so why not? I do love this little island out here that's got the 2 horgans on it. Though this one has pushed me off the edge a couple of times. If I can help, I will try to do so. There's something happening in my life. Unfortunately, that's might suck up some money. No, will suck up some money. And I have to hit somebody with that bad news really soon. But in the meantime, maybe I will actually get my husband's car sold. But I can't even sell it because I can't get the title cleared. I think it'd be easier if I went back to Chicago and did it, but still, that means going back to Chicago for 2 or 3 days with the dogs. And those are done.
You found 10 horgans.
Yes, I did find 10 horgans. Ooh, how exciting. 10 horgans. All right, let's see. So Ed, let me know if I can help. I will do my best. Replace the newish carpet I got in my living room last year because it's looking old and dirty already, or paint my office. If it's newish carpet and it's just looking old and dirty, hire a professional carpet cleaner to come in and clean it. If your humidity isn't high, not an issue. Otherwise, there's this cool dry cleaning system that does an amazing job that we've used a couple of times, and because it's very low moisture, you don't have to worry about mold. And you can still paint your office. It's not an either or, you can just do them at different times. But replacing carpet's a couple $1,000. Oh, you think it's ugly? Replace your carpet, yeah. New carpet does feel amazing. And then splurge on getting really good padding put down so every time you walk in, it feels good. We bought our house and it had been the model house for that style, and nobody bought that style, so they took it off the market, but they left the superior quality carpeting and padding in. And for the first 10 to 12 years, every time you'd step on the carpeting, it would be like, ah. And then we decided to replace the downstairs, not realizing that it wasn't the best choice. And even though we thought we bought good carpeting and good padding, it wasn't as good as what we did use. Let me see what I can do, Id. Like I said, things are a little rough at the moment. But if the house closes on Friday, I'd have a little spare cash. All right, it's 7. I need to walk the hellspawn. Everyone, have a wonderful day. I will not be on tonight. Frost is running the show tonight. I will be back on tomorrow. And let me see what I can do to help you out. So everybody, am I doing... this is the thing with me, Mr. Dave. Our local donation places no longer took furniture. So I sold a lot of my furniture at my yard sale. I sold all the stuff I didn't want at the yard sale, and I just sold it for I don't want to move it. What do you want to pay for it? So if you're willing to sell for cheap, do a yard sale and just get rid of things. Really cheap. For everything else that doesn't sell at the yard sale that can be donated, donate it. It's nice to use this as the time to purge and clean out all those things you don't need, don't want, or have just bad energy for you. But yeah, I will chat with you on Discord. Everyone have a great day, and we'll talk to you later. Yes, and as Wolfie says, stay awesome.